of Gwent. I don't know. You could argue these things, but yeah, I don't know. We have Vanadine, so we can push back that Waylay. We don't have a scenario or anything, so maybe we'll push back the Swordmaster. That's Sappers, which could be useful. Don't know if you're going to be useful just yet. But is the Trickster? Probably not. So without Heist... when we go first as well. Without Heist... Again, an Iromancy would be very useful right about now. So we could just do this once and use the Heist later for Angus. Although Angus now would be nice as well. And for Vernie. Because I have nothing else I can play. So as usual, try to win round 1 to do setup in round 2. But what about Vanadine? Like, so you mean don't play Vanadine now? Just means playing the Archer. Although he's powerful. I know.
You're dead already.
A bit of a waste, because they all have deploy abilities, but... So yeah. I assume you're saying leave Vanadine for later. If you're not, then I'll just play it in a second. You don't need to have 1,000 points, just one more than the opponent. Try to win on round 1. I see. Whenever your unit... So this is a good Trickster thing, because Trickster will change the row. Yes. So we will do Trickster.
Oh, dear. My pointy-eared clumsiness at it again.
Leader or Trick. Yep. Yeah, I was thinking Leader, but could be useful for when it comes out again. So this time, we'll Leader. I'm going to need all 3 as well. And we might as well play that now. Because I don't know when else we're going to play it. Oh, and I haven't played a card. Or 2 Leader. Yes. Maybe. Could do 2 Leader and Archer. I don't know if you're behind a little bit. Because it... Yeah, I need to play a card, and it's not going to work well. It's fine. It's not the greatest use of it. And annoyingly, it kills it, but it killed it because of the infuse ability. I mean, so far, we're doing okay in terms of points, I would say. Give an enemy unit 4 bleeding. And they pick out the funeral boat. Was that a choice they had to make? Then play a random bronze ship. Strange deck? I don't know. Ships seems like a deck I've played. I don't know the nuances and whether these ships are good with the other ships, but... What do we do? I mean, we could lock it. Or we could just pass now. I know you said try and win round 1, but we're starting to get into the regions of things not being useful, and if things start going to the graveyard, then it starts hurting me. So I would be tempted to pass. Because I don't know what else I'd do. There's no point purifying anything, no point playing any of those with lock. I could lock it, but there's probably better things to lock later on. So... you trying to analyze it is like it's a pro rank and opponents always know what they're doing. Yeah, remember this is rank 10. I mean, it's definitely not the weakest place, because I have been recently at rank 29 and rank 20. And there it's pretty much the Wild West in terms of what people think is good or not. Even me, as you've seen. they're definitely, the decks are definitely getting better at this point. There's more consistency, people are doing things for a reason. You took pro rank in 12 days. You're a very good player, Simon. Don't tell anyone. I've just literally said it to the whole world. I mean, yeah, I obviously haven't done 12 days, but then I don't know how long you played in those 12 days or how far apart those 12 days were, but hopefully with all the help that I get from chats, from people on YouTube and chat as yourself, that it's good progress. 12 days in a row. Okay. So yeah, because this is my 13th stream, and each one has been about 4 hours, and it's been spread out across 2 months. 3 months, because it's once a week. Have I been playing Gwent for 3 months? Wow. Right, anyway, round 2. What are we trying to do? Win? Right. Worst case, we have to play Vanadine, and we're getting those 2 out. But it would be nice to have a heist or 2. Okay. So yeah. He is passing. Which begs the question. Well, we wanted to win round 1 to be able to make setup round 2, but I don't know. What's your plan now? No, neither do I. I mean, we'll probably play Vanadine now, I think, because we have cards to spare. We don't have a way to replay him. So let's start with that, but I don't know what, like, if we play another 2 cards now, because there's no point. Like, purifying, there's no point, because we're not replaying. Playing the scenario doesn't help us, because it's just about getting points, really. So, I guess that's it. It means we get more choices. We'll be wanting to push these back. So, we haven't played a Waylay yet, have we? No. So Alyssa is also not useful. So that's fine. So we now have Angus, potentially useful. Alyssa, you're not useful. Swordmaster, Trickster. And this is where we don't want Vanna in round 3. It's literally full board in 2 cards. Yeah. I mean, we're still probably going to have a full board, but we don't have Heist. Heist is what I really wanted. But that's fine. So we're going to play Scenario, we're going to play Angus. The fact that we don't have Heist means we have a lot of Purify here that we're not also going to use, but that's fine. We do have some control, which is nice.
Who's next? Any of you's got the courage?
Covenant of Steel. Defender, Berserk 6. At the end of your turn, gain 1 armor. Berserk, yeah, trigger this ability whenever power is equal or lower. So it's kind of... probably was better to also send off an archer, 2 units in 1 and all. An archer... Oh, instead of... Well, Alyssa or something? Anyway, I don't know if we want to get rid of this. So you have 1 chance to win. I mean... Sure. Yeah, maybe I'll have to get rid of that at some point, but for now, let's just play Angus. He plays Dagger, you play Trickster. That's it. Is this what you mean by dagger? Whenever an enemy unit takes damage, boost self by 1. Okay, so we're going to play Trickster. And we're going to hit it with Waylay, I assume.
For the daisy of the valley!
And then next turn we'll probably try and kill it with the archer. He's playing his scenario, which I won't be able to target. Probably not to kill him. Because I can't target this thing, because, yeah. I mean, I can't really lock it because of this. Sapper to purify the defender? Yeah, that's probably a good move. So if we purify the defender, then we can get rid of the heat wave. The thing with the heat wave. Damage an enemy unit by 1 and infuse it with whenever this unit takes damage from other abilities. Damage self by the same amount. So they... Progress whenever you play a pirate. So they haven't used this yet. So I am going to get rid of that. Maybe I should have got rid of the funeral boat first. Which I could do with the archer. But I suppose, you know, the sapper was a good move because we have lots of purify. Crash and crate. This is the one who does damage, and whenever you play a pirate or ship next to Crash, it clashes with the lowest power enemy unit. So I might want to lock him. It is a Simless or a lock. You do you. I think for now it's... We don't want to play Simless just yet. Well, actually, how many... We only have 4. So we're only getting 12 damage from it anyway. But they may have something worse coming. So on the assumption they have something worse coming, let's just lock this whilst we can lock this.
Your Vith will guide us.
Don't forget, he has board damage. As in the fact that I'm damaged already, or when things get lost. Full board. He has full board damage. I definitely need to get rid of this, because when all these die, which he's going to do... big ship with big damage. Okay. I think there is something which I'm aware of, but... Or... Oh, this is annoying. Maybe I do Simless now, because afterwards I can use the archer to kill 2 of these and get 2 dead eyes. But if I use Simless now, I can get rid of that first. Which I like as a plan better. Kill the boat first. And this doesn't have a special row. Play all copies of a bronze special card. Always check.
Remain not ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
Wow, that's kind of annoying, but I guess also fine. We'll get rid of this. Sure. So the big boat you're talking about, there's one which comes out which is like filled with armor, unless that's a different big boat. Time shooting unit by 3. The target is damaged. Repeat the deployability. Yeah, okay, we've seen this guy. Presumably he doesn't have an ability off at this point in time. But, well, we're still going to put him on this row, range row. So just because, I don't know, he's there, let's do that.
For the daisy of the valley!
We have these purifies. I mean, one of them gives vitality if there was enough space in the range row, which there's just one space. So I could give someone vitality. Clash with an enemy unit. Bloodthirst 2. Discard a card, then move yourself back to your hand. I assume you wouldn't do that. Is there anything worth keeping? Takes damage. I mean, that's about to die, so there's no point boosting that. Let's just go with, I don't know, doesn't really matter, does it?
Why have you summoned me?
Try and make one of the damage units less damaged. That next turn will have no damage. Right. This thing. When you said, don't forget he has more damage. Yeah, well, I didn't know it was this thing. Wild Boar of the Sea, damage all damaged enemy units by 1. Then damage all enemy units by 1. I mean, I don't really know. This isn't going to win it for us, is it?
For your bed!
I don't know. Just purify one of these guys. And so we lose. And it was the big ship which kind of did it. If we, well, we kind of wanted to get rid of the funeral boat because it felt like they were going to do something dangerous. With Dagger, it would be finita. The number of your units would not make a difference. Dagger was the one that we got rid of earlier. But if we play Simless later, after their boat, then we may... Well, that would have been some difference. Anyway. They seem to be doing lots of damage to us. I don't know if we would have won it without it. Send a GG to your opponent 100 times. Well, considering I got the 100 matches reward relatively recent on my last stream towards the end, I think. I'm not too far behind. So most people get a GG from me. It's just some people who don't. You can't play it after because he was playing last. Yes, but he played his boat second last. Unless you mean the last unit he played was also big enough and dangerous enough that I would have lost anyway. But yeah, that's kind of maybe 2 games in a row where, again, not putting the right card. So I kind of want to... I just don't know how to fit it in there. If I had a Neuromancy.
Keep a stiff neck.
If there's a way to get it in the deck. Maybe we'll go have a quick look at that afterwards. Just to see if there is a way that we can think of. I mean, we did win the one beforehand, but this time we didn't. Privilege of winning round 1, you get best card is going last. Yes. Very true. What do we want? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. And if you think you would enjoy more, then please subscribe, or even join me live on Twitch. Whilst it's cliche, all of these will help the channel. On screen is something carefully curated, or something the YouTube algorithm suggests, or maybe even both. In any case, have a great day.